guys, really wanted to have this video out sooner, but I have had just one thing after another come up with this, along with other things going on. So it's about wintertime and I finally have my air conditioner working. But anyways, wanted to go over this with you. And to start with, if you guys even remotely think you might want to have air conditioning, make sure and get it set up first, because I never dreamed I was going to. But when I saw another Toyota sitting in the junkyard with the whole system for $50, I couldn't pass it up. But it sure made for quite a pain. Just to start with here, obviously I put the intercooler up in front where the AC condenser was. I don't know that I could have fit both of them, but it sure would have been nice to at least try while I was doing it. But rather than move that, it was easier to push the radiator back. So I made these brackets here, and I pretty much just mounted the condenser and the dryer here right where they would have been on the outside, mounted them in here. So it worked, and I may have had to do it anyway. I'm going to have to see. I might need to get some plastic to kind of block this here so it gets better airflow. It definitely works a lot better on the highway than it does sitting still, but that's also most of my driving is highway, so it's not a huge deal. But the other issue was I did not even put the AC compressor in there when I was mounting it. And it's alright up here in front, but I'm going to try to get this video here. I really should have moved these, the motor mount, and, well, it's the old motor mount bracket there. But I should have pushed the engine over about another ½ an inch, because I am almost touching the frame. And I put the motor mount right behind it to where the lines were all completely blocked. So I ended up cutting part of the motor mount off and then still having to bend the lines all crazy to get them coming out. But I did get it in there, and at least for me, with these rubber motor mounts I have, there we go, there's a good video of them there. That rubber motor mount just doesn't move at all, so that works for me. So then what I did is I took the factory Volkswagen hose, so the high pressure hose there you can see, I actually ran underneath the engine, and that coupled with the high pressure Toyota line that goes up to that side actually fit perfectly, and then I had them TIG welded together right there. So that is all it took for the high side. Now you can see the low side, it was hitting my motor mount, so I had to bend it way over, and then it swings up and goes up there. And now I also had it TIG welded together, but unfortunately, once I got it all pressurized up, realized the line I had got from the junkyard had a little, well, multiple pinholes in the rubber. And I tried to seal them, but they would not seal. I had to go ahead and order a new line, and I went and did my best to go ahead and braze them together, so I got a video of that here. unfortunately, I still fought some little holes in that brazing. I'm not sure if it was the cheaper filler rod I used or possibly pushing some air through the line while I was brazing that I should have been doing, because I didn't do that. And I ended up just throwing some JB Weld on top of it. You can see it there. Obviously not extremely proud of that, but it got me going for now. I may end up actually taking this low pressure line and turning it and running it down behind the engine, just so it's not here, because using these two factory lines again, you can see the Toyota line here and the Volkswagen line there. It works perfectly, but it is right in the way of everything coming up on top here. So like I said, I may redo that later, but I only have a few more weeks of air conditioning to even need, so figured I'd get a little use out of it before it's done for the winter. But anyways, other than that, I won't really go over the wiring. Most of you guys are going to be putting it in vehicles that already had air conditioning, so literally just wiring the two wires on the compressor to the two wires that would have went to the old compressor is about all that amounts to. I went ahead and wired my own system through a relay and a low pressure switch. Went ahead and put the AC button out of the junkyard truck right in here, so it pretty much works like normal. Of course, all the knobs were gone off of it too. Really hoping to find those, but I might actually end up making some. But yeah, anyways, enjoying some air conditioning now, so can't beat that. Thanks for watching, guys.